Good day, everyone. So, for today's topic, pag-uusapan po natin parehas the circulatory and respiratory system kasi they are always work together and they share similar for function. For example, they both transfer materials. However, they differ in the type of medium that they transfer. For the respiratory, it is the gases. For the circulatory, it is the blood. So, bago natin pag-usapan yon, we need to be familiar about this equation. So what you see here right now is the CR formula or the cellular respiration formula. So, ano po bang ibig sabihin nito? Ibig sabihin nito, kumakain tayo because we need to obtain glucose or the sugar molecule, and then we inhale oxygen. And then with these two combined, we are capable of producing ATP, or ATP is the source of our energy. So everything we do, everything we move, or all metabolisms or all chemical reactions that happens inside our body, they use ATP. Although hindi naman lahat, kasi diba we have active transport and then passive transport. Along with the ATP production, we expel out water. Okay, so we expel this out as well as carbon dioxide. Itong dalawang molecule na to, the oxygen and the carbon dioxide, is both handled by the circulatory and the respiratory system. So in order for us to obtain energy, we need oxygen, and gases particularly is handled by our respiratory system. Now, there are a lot of respiratory systems na makikita natin sa animal kingdom. Some of them are just simple. For example, dito sa mga jellyfishes, okay, sa mga jelly, yeah, I'll just type it in. So, for the jellyfishes and then sponges, okay, so they respire using their membranes. I'll just edit here. And so the oxygen, so the O2 that is dissolved in the water, okay, will pass through their membrane, and then carbon dioxide is expelled out through their membranes also. So, ganun lang kasimple. So, it is a process known as diffusion. So, diffusion. So, bakit sila ganun? Because they are just simple. They don't have organs, or they are not complex katulad sa atin or sa ibang species na nagre-require ng high levels of oxygen. So, with this, they are able to respire. And then, that's it. Now, pagdating sa lupa, of course, that is inefficient. So, the complex the animal is, it requires more oxygen. Okay? Because a complex animal contains lots of cells, and that particular cells needs cellular respiration to obtain energy. So, mahirap kung magre-rely tayo sa diffusion. Okay, so napakahirap to, and in this case, they are just suspended in water, and dito sa land, we are not. Okay, so we are relying on atmospheric oxygen. So, bago natin pag-usapan yon, there are two things that you need to know. Okay, so may dalawang criteria na kailangan tayong take note. So, the first criteria in order for our respiratory system to be efficient, number one, it should be moist or wet. Moist kasi atmospheric oxygen or gases can only diffuse through our membranes when they are wet, or when they are passing a wet membrane. So, for example, in this case, the earthworm, the respiratory surface is their skin. Okay, their skin is moist or wet. So, pag ginawa ka niyan, of course, medyo basa-basa onte. That's because respiratory system should be efficient in terms of gas accumulation or gas acquisition kapag moist yung respiratory surface. And number two, we need to increase the surface area. since we